car. I'm driving, driving in the car. I'm driving, driving in the car. I'm driving.
Hello racers, it's Mike again from True Performance Motorsport. All right, Xcomp's a relatively new company in the high performance space, but they've been a big player in the off-road, all-terrain, and mud terrain scene. You might have seen Xcomp driver Blake Wilkie in the Urban Assault videos, as he's been pushing the brand for many years in off-road racing. But Xcomp's now here to take a piece of the high performance track, drift, and race market. They built the Xcomp HP specifically in 200 Treadwear so the tires would fit into a wide range of race series. You can fit the bill from anything on a GT3 RS all the way to Civic Si. We're testing today at the streets of Willow Springs, hosted by JMP Autowerkz, and I'll be driving the JMP Autowerkz E46 M3 race car, as we'll go over temps, pressures, settings, and feedback. The car is a fully caged race car set up for wheel-to-wheel racing in NASA and GridLife Touring Cup. For the alignment settings, we're running 4 degrees of camber in the front, 0 toe, and 3 degrees of camber and an 1/8 inch of total toe in the rear. We're testing the 265/35/18 size mounted to 18 by 10 inch wheels. And even though E46 M3s usually run 275s, we felt like 265s was perfect to push the tires and see how the Xcomps react. The car is so easy to drive as it's set up with an S52, giving it an extremely wide torque band, and it's truly a testament to the guys at JMP Autowerkz and Race Cars Unlimited. The M3 is super rigid and tight and makes it perfect to test on the Xcomp tires. We can feel every translated input from the steering, the brakes, and the engine. All right, let's get to work. Each of our testing runs consisted of 1 outlap plus 6 push laps to test the capabilities of the tires. The first session of the day started at 8 a.m. with ambient air temperatures at 38 degrees Fahrenheit and track surface temperatures at 44 degrees. It was super cold once we started. I completely forgot to set the starting pressures as we took the tires out for a recon session, but pressures ended up around 36 to 38 psi mixed between all 4 tires. The tires were still extremely cold in 38-degree weather, so it probably didn't matter as much, but they took about 3 laps to gain grip and were able to push consistently after that. The steering was light and the tires were very audible at the limit, creating a noticeable noise that you can really hear at the point of slipping. We took this session to acclimate to the car and see how the tire would do in the near freezing temperatures. Lap times were around the 126 range. Second session of the day would start around 9:30 a.m. with ambient temperatures at 48 degrees, about 10 degrees more than starting at the beginning of the day. The track surface temperatures went up to about 57 degrees Fahrenheit, and we wanted to test everything from high to low pressures. So the tires were set to 34 psi cold, and it hit our target of 39 psi hot. Even at the high pressures, grip came in as the track and ambient temperatures crept up. We were overpressured, but the consistency of pressures and temperatures made the car so much more easy to drive. Slides were long when cold, but once warm, the grip was very consistent. Examining the tire wear showed a lot of inside tread wear, so that meant we were overpressured. Off-camber turns would affect the slides much more, like the downhill turn 12 counterclockwise. Session 3 was very similar to the last session, but even more stable as pressures came down to our target of 37 hot. The slides were much more controllable, and steering inputs took less angle to correct. Braking also made a huge improvement as the contact patch started opening up. Slide recoveries started coming back quicker, and we noticed that even though the car was sliding, we could still keep it under control much easier. The fourth session of the day at 1 p.m. was the best yet. With tire pressures ending at around 30 psi, we were able to capitalize on all the extra grip that this tire was giving us while getting close to its optimal pressure range. We finally ended the pressures around 34 psi and noticed this was probably optimal for this car and setup. Finally, the other drivers taking this car out after me would be Jarek from Race Cars Unlimited, Ryan from Motorsport Hardware, and Mohammed from JMP Autowerkz. The general consensus from Jarek, Ryan, and Mohammed was that the tire was easy to drive, easy to push to the limit, and also had a ton of heat capacity. I would totally recommend this tire for anybody who's going out to HPD events, driving in endurance races, or even going out to do some lightweight time attack. But on top of that, you can drive home, have a really comfortable tire, and something that's good in the rain as well. Overall, if you're looking for something in the 18 to 21 inch range, you're gonna want to look at Xcomp HPs. These things are just so consistent, they last forever, and they're a great street tire. So I would highly recommend this for anybody who's gonna get into track and high performance driving. Thanks, and like and subscribe to True Performance Motorsport channel.
That's recording.
This race car is actually built for NASA.
Going.
Recording?
Yeah.
All right. Xcomp tires!